Well, we have seen an amplified presence of lawyers and volunteers here in the South Loop today, making sure that people are making it to their immigration check-ins and leaving without any issue. Meanwhile, the city, the mayor, Brandon Johnson, and Chicago Police Department telling us they're prepared for this, that they've been in these situations with these large protests that have prepared them for this weekend. Large crowds are expected to descend onto downtown Chicago this weekend for protests against the Trump administration.
The first and foremost goal and our responsibility is to keep everyone safe and to protect the rights of the people of this city and around the country. And so constitutional policing is our prevailing form of leadership, and we will continue to ensure that constitutional policing is carried out.
The city is preparing additional police resources as we saw some issues arise during Tuesday's protest, which led to the arrests of 17 people. There was also a woman hurt when a car drove through the crowd near East Monroe. Heather Blair says she was in the back of the protest when that driver suddenly came through.
I was feeling pain in my arm, like what happened? And the next thing I know, people are carrying me to the sidewalk and calling an ambulance.
That driver left the scene and police are still searching for them. Meanwhile, the organizers of Saturday's protests are preparing for situations like that with safety training for their marshals, while also working with Chicago police to keep everyone safe.
We do so with a commitment to the principles of nonviolence, peaceful protest, and letting people express their First Amendment rights to their government. We will have our safety marshals, our trained safety marshals there. There'll be some security people there as well.
Similar protests have happened in Los Angeles over the last several days as ICE raids have been met with tensions there. It's led the Trump administration to send in the National Guard and the U.S. Marines. Chicago police issuing a statement on how they're hoping to avoid that unrest, saying the department is experienced in handling these kinds of protests. They go on to say, in part, with public safety as our top priority, our planning and training for First Amendment assemblies are rooted in constitutional policing and the safety of all those participating, working, and living in the affected areas. So that rally is planned for Saturday at noon. That'll happen at Daley Plaza. I talked to some security experts today who told me that you could expect those big snowplow trucks, maybe some barricades, to avoid any situation like we saw yesterday with that vehicle driving through the crowd.